Good afternoon, children. So next session I am going to take. So last class we have studied already about the carbonyls compound and their special properties. Special properties we have learnt already. Like catenation we have learnt. Catenation we have learnt. So we have learnt about tetravalency, allotropy. So all that we have learnt and covalent bond. So I told you about the covalent bond, how the covalent bond actually happens. See, next covalent compounds. Or we can call it as molecular compound. Molecular compound. Say, so compound which are found by covalent bond. Covalent bond. The compound which are found by covalent bond. Like I already know covalent bond. Covalent bond is a bond formed between two element by sharing up of electron. So covalent compounds are the compounds like they have a certain their own properties. So we have learnt already ionic bond. We have learnt ionic compounds. We have learnt, and we are learning the covalent compound. Very simple covalent compounds which are made up of covalent bond. The bond between two elements to form a compound is covalent. Then it is covalent compounds. We call it as covalent compound. Example: all hydrocarbons, glucose, or all organic compounds, So these are the example: hydrocarbon, glucose, and organic compounds. These are the example for covalent compound. So already we have learnt about the properties of ionic compound. Similarly, we are going to study about the properties of covalent compound. What are these properties? Say, covalent compounds are available in solid, liquid, and gaseous state. Okay. Solid we can give wax as an example. Wax we can give organic compounds, we can give liquid, you can give petrol, you can give gases, you can give methane gas, you can give. We have many examples. I have given one example for each. Solid means they are available in solid also, liquid also, and gases also. Why there is a reason. See, if you say the reason is that the force of attraction between the atoms of covalent compounds. The elements or atoms present in a covalent compounds usually they have a weak force of attraction. The force of attraction between the atoms of the molecule are very weak. That's why they are available in three different states if you take. But ionic compounds usually they are present in solid crystalline structure. Solid crystalline ionic compound. But covalent compound are not like that. The next property. they are not soluble. They are not soluble in water. They are not soluble in water. Understood? They are not usually soluble. They are not soluble, means they do not dissolve. They do not dissolve. Ions are not formed. Because of that, they becomes, because of this property, because of this property, they are bad conductor. Bad conductor. They become a bad conductor. Because ions are not formed here. They do not form ions. Ions are not formed. The covalent bond, they do not form ion, but because of that, there is no ionic conduction. I told you the difference between the electronic conduction and ionic conduction in the last previous chapter. I told you. So that is the reason. That is the reason. So they become a bad conductor. Low boiling and melting point. So low melting point and boiling point, both are low, because again the answer is nothing but the force of attraction between the molecules. The force of attraction between the atoms of the molecules is very weak. They have a weak force between the elements or atom. That's why they have low boiling and melting point. These are the some of the properties of the covalent compound. So actually they do not dissolve in water, but they dissolve in organic solvents. They dissolve in organic solvent. Again, organic solvent means organic solvent. Organic solvents means they are made up of organic means they are called organic compounds. Organic solvents are nothing but they are made up of covalent bond. So in that only they actually dissolve. These are the properties of the ionic compound. Ionic compound. Anjali,
Yes, sir.
can you see the board? What is written on the board clearly?
Huh, sir. But downwards, last point can't be seen fully.
Okay, last this point, what I am showing here, this point.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. That depends on your mobile width also, I think. Okay, thank you. Understood now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So if you have any doubt, you can just raise your hands over here so that I can respond to you. So this is about the covalent covalent compounds and their properties. Next part of the lesson, we are going to study about the hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons, very important concept of the chapter. Next, we are going to study about very important concept of the chapter. See, what is that important concept? We'll see. So that is nothing but hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons. So I told you. So one more property we have left out. We have left out one more property. So that I will tell you later. Isomerism I will tell you later. So before that, so we will learn about hydrocarbons. Then I will tell you the isomerism. You can understand very easily. Shaman, 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 can you hear me?
Sir,
Can you hear me?
uh,
What problem? You are going out and coming again. Any problem?
sir, that is going back.
So network problem, I think. Where you are in Chelsea or somewhere else?
Sir, I am in Manchikere.
Okay. Manchikere. Hello. Where you are in Manchikere? Okay. Say hydrocarbons. So hydrocarbons are the binary compounds which are formed by carbon and hydrogen. They are the binary compounds usually made up of carbon and hydrogen. See, hydrocarbon, carbon and hydrogen. Hydrocarbons are nothing but compounds which are made up of hydrogen and carbon. Hydrogen and carbon. So they are called as hydrocarbons. See, the hydrocarbons, there are two types again. They have types. So I'll go and tell you. See, hydrocarbons actually they are divided into. I told you about the catenation, straight chain, branched chain, and closed chain. Usually, hydrocarbons actually divided into alicyclic and cyclic. Alicyclic and cyclic means the hydrocarbons which are in chain form, straight chain form, straight chain. The hydrocarbons which have a structure of closed chain. The closed chain hydrocarbons are called cyclic hydrocarbons. Cyclic hydrocarbons. So hydrocarbons which are having straight chain, they are called alicyclic hydrocarbon. Usually alicyclic hydrocarbon or acyclic hydrocarbon, hydrocarbon, they are actually divided into saturated and unsaturated. Saturated hydrocarbon and unsaturated hydrocarbon. Saturated hydrocarbon and unsaturated hydrocarbon. See, usually I told you hydrocarbons are compounds which are made up of carbon and hydrogen. So this is one example I wrote over here. CH4. CH4 is nothing but methane gas. So methane gas is a saturated hydrocarbon. So why it is called saturated hydrocarbon? Say saturated hydrocarbons are the stable hydrocarbons. They are stable hydrocarbons. Stable in the sense they do not react very easily with other elements, or they do not react very easily. But in case of unsaturated hydrocarbon, they react very easily. And one more thing is bond. Here there is CH4. CH4, if I write the structure of this, here what happened is here single bond is present in between the carbon and carbon. Single bond is present. Means here carbon and hydrogen there is single bond. If single bond are present in between these elements present in a compound. This is a compound, this is a molecule. In this single bond is present. Only one pair of electron is shared. Then usually they are called as saturated hydrocarbon. They are less reactive. They are called as saturated. But unsaturated, Unsaturated hydrocarbons usually they are made up of double bond, means two pair of electron is shared here in between the carbon atom. I will tell you if we write the structure and you will be knowing that. So unsaturated and saturated, unsaturated and saturated. So the difference can be asked. What is the difference between the saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons? So we'll see how will you identify what are the different hydrocarbons we study in this chapter? So before knowing that, say saturated, if you take saturated hydrocarbons, saturated hydrocarbons usually they are called as alkanes. They are called as alkanes. They are called as alkanes. Unsaturated hydrocarbons are alkenes and alkynes. Alkenes and alkynes. Remember this. So there is a schematic representation of this, but I cannot draw the schematic representation. Thus, I am writing. I am segregating. I am dividing and writing it. So saturated hydrocarbons are nothing but alkanes. So unsaturated hydrocarbons are called alkenes and alkynes. What are these then? These are called homologous series. You call it as homologous series. Homologous series. Write it down. Homologous series. So homologous series means what? These are the group of hydrocarbons. These are the group of organic compounds which has same general formula, and similar chemical properties, same general. These are the group of hydrocarbons or organic compound which has same general formula, similar chemical properties, and the difference between two hydrocarbon is CH2. I will tell you what is that. I will rub this and I will tell you what is that. Homologous series. Group of hydrocarbon which has same general formula, similar chemical properties, and difference between two hydrocarbon is CH2. Write on this. So example, alkane is one, alkene is one, alkyne is one. Like this it goes on. So these are the group of hydrocarbon which have same general formula, similar chemical properties, and the difference between two hydrocarbon is CH2, main this CH2. I hope you have written this. So I'll rub this. So you can write this for this. So definition, if you need, you can. I'll just upload this video in the YouTube channel. There you can download it, and or you can you can pause the video and write the definition if you want, if you need it. If I rub the board very soon, you can do that one. So see, next concept, it is nomenclature of hydrocarbons or organic compounds. So nomenclature means it's like a naming ceremony. So when we are born, we will have a naming ceremony. So you know it. So when we are born, we have a naming ceremonies. So ಹೆಸರು ಇಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಮಗೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ತರ ಇದೇ ತರ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ಇಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ವೈಡ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ನೇಮ್ it is been called. That is called as nomenclature of hydrocarbons or organic compounds. For that, there is an association called as IUPAC. IUPAC ಅಂತ ಒಂದು organization ಇದೆ, international organization. That is nothing but international U for union, P for pure, A for applied, chemist, C for chemist. So international union for pure applied chemist. They have certain guidelines, they have certain rules and regulations. They form certain rules and regulations, or we can simply tell it as guidelines. So for every hydrocarbon, there is a prefix and suffix. Prefix and suffix. As we use in English is prefixes and suffixes, here also we use some suffix and prefix. What are that suffix? We'll see. So this is very important. You have to memorize this. Tomorrow you have to memorize this. Without memorizing this, you cannot write the structures of organic compounds. So prefix, what are those? We'll see. Prefix. So it denotes the number of carbon atom present in a compound. If one carbon is compound, we call it as, we use prefix meth. So meth is nothing but one. Suffix I will write it later. Meth means only one carbon is there, means we use the meth. Only one carbon is there. So here meth. Eth we use suffix eth for two carbon atoms. So we use prop, that is 3 for 3 carbon atom. 3 carbon atoms are there, means we use 3. Suffix we will see it later. So BUT, so for 4 carbon atom. Then pent for 5 carbon atom. Hex for 6 carbon atom. Opt for 7 hydrocarbons. 7 carbons. 7 carbons. Then non for 9. Deck for 10. See, if one carbon atom, is there. Meth means 1. See, CH4, methane. This is called as methane. See here. This is CH4 is nothing but methane. Methane. See, here, meth is nothing but one carbon atom. Meth is nothing but one carbon atom. Meth is nothing but one carbon atom present in a compound. In the methane, in this methane, we have only one carbon atom. That's why the name of this compound is methane. I'll come to the ANA. What is this ANA? How this ANA comes? See, here if you take methane is a hydrocarbon, here this is called a prefix and this is called suffix. Suffix. Write it down. So you have to memorize it. You have to memorize this. You have to memorize this to write the molecular formula for organic compounds. Organic compounds. Organic compounds are nothing but carbon and its compound. Carbon and its compound are called as organic compound. So for organic naming the organic compounds, we use this method. What is that? Prefix and suffix. According to IUPAC, they have made a guidelines or they have made a rules and regulation to name the hydrocarbons or organic compounds. So if only one carbon atom is there means meth, 2 carbon is there means eth, 3 carbon atoms are there means prop, 4 carbon atoms are there but. So 5 carbon atoms are there means pent, 6 are there means hex, 7 are there means sorry. I have missed one. Hept means 7, oct means 8, means 9, non means 9, and dec means 10. So if 10 carbon atoms are there means we use suffix called prefix called as dec. Write it down and you have to by heart this, memorize this for writing the structures, writing the structure of organic compounds. Very important. I hope you have written. Yes, Rajesh. Have you written this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have to by heart this, huh?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Tomorrow I will ask you.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Neha, Avi.
Yes, sir.
So tomorrow I am going to ask this for you.
Okay.
You have to by heart it. Mahesh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have to by heart this. Tomorrow I am going to ask you.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Anyway,
Yes, sir.
okay, Aniket, I will tell you. Okay, Aniket, I will tell you. Neeraj, so have you written this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You have to by heart it so that it is essential for writing the structures.
Yes, sir.
So important part of the lesson this is. That's why I'm asking you how to learn this.
Yes, sir.
So if you have any doubt regarding this, you can just ask. Anvit?
Yes, sir.
Which Anvit it is?
B class. Yes, sir.
So which Anvit it is?
B class.
B class, huh?
Yes, sir.
So you have to buy it, huh? Remember, tomorrow I am going to ask whatever the name today I have taken. So I am going to definitely ask you tomorrow. And it is not that others should not by heart this or memorize this. Others also memorize this. I'll ask you, anybody. But this for this especially I will ask this. Whatever the name I taken, I will definitely ask. Okay. So this is about the prefixes. So we will see the suffix. Aniket, homologous series. Homologous series are the group of compounds, group of organic compounds which has same general formula, similar chemical properties, and the difference between two hydrocarbon is CH2. I'll tell you what is that difference between two hydrocarbon. After finishing this suffix and suffix, I'll tell you. Say suffix. So suffix it tells about, it denotes about the type of bond. Type of bond means type of bond in the sense single bond, double bond, or triple bond. Which type of bond? Understood? If a single bond, if a single bond is present in between the carbon, if single bond is present in between the carbon, we call it we use a suffix called as ane. Kindly concentrate this, very important. So double bond is there. Double bond is there means we use ene. Similarly, triple bond between the carbon atom. Triple bond, then we use YNE. YNE we use as a suffix. One example I will show you very quickly. So, see here, alkane. Alkane is a homologous series. Alkane is a nothing but homologous series. See, alkane is a homologous series, which is in this. I told you, homologous series means what? They have a same chemical property, similar chemical property, and same general formula. For general formula for alkane is CnH2n plus 2. Remember this. This also you have to remember. CnH2n plus 2. CnH2n plus 2. See, alkane. General formula for alkane is CnH2n plus 2. For alkene is CnH2n. For alkyne, it is CnH2n minus 2. Write down fast. So meeting is going to end within 5 minutes. Write it fast. So alkane, the general formula is CnH2n plus 2. Alkenes, general formula is CnH2n. Similarly, alkyne, general formula is CnH2n minus 2. These are the formulas. So I'll tell you. So meeting is going to end now. I'll send one more meeting link. Just 10 to 15 minutes I'll take. Thank you.